all new this morning as we mark 80 years since D-Day. One local volunteer is helping to make sure we know the stories of the fallen, including 2 from Kent County.
World War II happened so long ago. This is the 80th anniversary of D-Day. There are very few of these veterans left.
Priceless stories.
Soon it's just going to be all cemetery plots with flags on. And we need to take the time to remember those who came before us so that we can value what we have today. There won't be anyone left to tell the stories.
One national group won't let those stories be forgotten. It's called Stories Behind the Stars.
The name comes from the reference to our Gold Star families. In World War I and World War II, if you had a family member serving, they would put a banner in the window with a blue star. And if that person died serving, they would change it to a gold star.
Collecting the stories of the roughly 421,000 Americans killed during World War II.
We are going to write a little online memorial for each person. We'll have a picture, who they were, when they were born, what their home life was like, what unit they were in, how they died.
With about 50,000 complete.
We've got all of D-Day done, all of Pearl Harbor, all the women, and all of Arlington National Cemetery.
Jodi is a local volunteer researcher.
I got started doing family tree history through Ancestry. Once you get in it, you get addicted to it. You're like a detective putting together the pieces, and that's fun.
She's a Grand Rapids native and the daughter and granddaughter of men who served.
My dad was a Vietnam War veteran, and his dad served in World War II in the Pacific Theater. So I do this to honor them and to honor their friends who didn't come home.
Placing flowers on her father's grave alongside her mother at the Veterans Cemetery on Monroe Avenue as she shares the stories of others who served.
2,502 Americans died on D-Day. 86 of those were from Michigan, and 2 were from Kent County.
Like Sergeant Clarence Reversky.
2 months after Pearl Harbor, he got married. 4 months after that, he enlisted. So, which a lot of guys did. Let's get married before I go off to war.
He trained as a radio operator on a C-47 Skytrain as one of the first parts of the invasion before the beach landings, hoping to get troops behind enemy lines.
It went down with all 4 crewmen and 17 paratroopers on board, crashed into the Normandy countryside, and there were no survivors.
There's also Private Austin Netterville.
Private Netterville was actually in the storming of the beaches in Omaha, on Omaha Beach, which was the deadliest beach of all of the invasion points that day. And if you've seen like Saving Private Ryan, that's what he was in.
2 local heroes, forever part of American history.
The largest seaborne invasion in the history of the world.
Stories Behind the Stars is also working on an app so that anytime you're in a cemetery and come across the tombstone of a World War II fallen, the app will direct you to that person's picture, story, and medals. It's not clear exactly when that app will be up and running.